Hey y'all, it's Jenni Moseley, and we are here live with the Elevate Effect. It's time to take the dental field to a whole nother level. Fly with me, folks. Let's get real and let's get uncomfortable. It's, I love that they hate my time. I'll tell you why. If they loved my time, then it wouldn't be more meaningful.
Very true.
You know, it's like, just like Erika, she doesn't want to plan extra. That's like, but guess what? She gets more out of it. I want to be that person. I don't want to be the people you love. I want to be the person that you get something out of. That to me is I think my purpose-driven life, because God made me to be annoying to a bunch of people just so they gain something. I don't know. And so you lose a bunch of people in your life. It's not an easy road. But I have a strong faith. We talked about faith today too. It's the same thing. It's like we were both raised very guilty of full of Catholic stuff. I mean,
I feel bad even saying that.
And that's you. That's awesome. See, now we're 10 years apart, 12 years apart. So we're like on the same path. So like she in 12 years will finally be ready to be free of it. And it's taken me a while, but about 5 years ago, I freed myself. I have an incredible, incredible partner in life as a husband. I really do. I mean, like I've been so gifted. It's unbelievable. Sometimes I wonder how the hell I got him. But he opened my eyes to just to being myself, right? And when you're yourself, you discover through things. Like, oh, we were doing the seminar even yesterday, and it was like, gosh, as we walk through the PowerPoint or whatever we're trying to do, it's like everything that gets somewhere is walking through expression, is walking through a process, and then you have life events. And so with even your faith, it's like that Catholic upbringing brought us a great foundation.
It did.
I mean, we have a faith that is incredible. I mean, I'm sorry if you don't believe, fine, but when it just try it one day, it will literally, I mean, it's the most incredible flight on a cloud just to have it one day. So that gave it to us. But the walking through the expression of faith made you kind of go, okay, but is it the faith that's giving me this, or is it the church? And then I thought the church really was, I mean, I was showing up there an hour. I was irritated because it was crowded and all they do is ask for money and blah, blah, blah. And my husband brought me to a different church. And I'll tell you, I almost walk in, this is 4, 5, 6 years ago. And I said, they're all talking to me. That's annoying. And now they want us to go into this room and have biscuits and stuff. And I'm like, they're forceful. I can't stand it. All they want to do is talk. This is ridiculous. And it made me go, wow, that was what church did to me. Was it made me have that feeling of wanting to run.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so so I was like, okay, so now I can really express myself and then I had to kind of go, okay, well, now I got to take this process of like, am I okay to get out of the Catholic Church? Oh my God.
Is it going to be okay?
Is it going to be okay? I'm going to feel so guilty. Oh my gosh. And then truly, it's like you really wake up and you say, again, just like what we do here, it's like someone breaks a damn tooth, folks. Okay. Just like I was brought up Catholic, just because they're used to somebody drilling their tooth. And just because I was used to being Catholic, it doesn't mean you can't have expression to say, do you want to keep doing this over and over again? And for me, do you feel like you're building your faith by going there? That's not a bad question. I mean, but did we think it was? And I feel like the dental field sometimes is like the Catholic religion.
Wow.
Right?
I guess, yeah, now that you say that.
Because it's this routine and you can only say certain things and you shouldn't say other things. And oh my gosh, and then you feel guilty. And like I saw a guy last week. He needs us. He needs physiological dentistry so bad. But you know what he said to us at the end? He said, I just feel bad. I'm going to be leaving. I mean, my dentist is my friend.
Yeah.
Who cares? He's going to screw up your mouth. Like, that's the Catholic faith, right? So, wow, this is really connected, right? Anyway, so the whole point of it is like, just try it. Just try it. Just look at them and go, have we been doing
Well,
Every
most of the people we work with,
teach.
talk to, or maybe listening have the ability to treat people a different way. And it's not fair that you don't give them the choice to choose what you can do for them and just do what you think they want by just making it easy and fixing one tooth and not talking about everything else. It's not fair.
It's not fair. And what's not fair is your choice to not do it is because of your comfort
Correct.
level. So really, if they leave and if like I always say, or no, I don't always say this. But like I think a lot of people are more worried about people liking them. And you people will like you. This is just a valid question. So if you say something to them like, hey, this might be really weird, but you know do you feel like I'm giving you the best I can every time? They would probably say, well, yeah, I would hope so. And you go, well, would you be pissed at me if I wasn't? The fuck you mean? Well, I just learned something last weekend and I'm like, uh-oh, I didn't know something. And so can I ask you something? And because I learned that there might be something going on that I didn't know. So it's something
Yeah.
new. What is so bad about that? Well, and that's kind of like how we are in normal life. Like I said, Catholic religion, and I don't want to piss off a Catholic. I
Yeah,
like
gosh,
that's
no.
well, but I mean, it's just faith in
It's
general. I
just
mean,
faith. It's just organized faith.
yeah, I mean, and again, that it's an
To each
incredible.
his
All of
own.
it's
Yeah.
incredible, but I'm saying my journey
Yeah.
alone, right? And so, I feel like that is how we are in the dental field, and that's possibly why you and I tend to stay in debate within our own field because it's like we 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 see better,
Yeah.
we see better, or do, or I see better. Do you?
See better for
The
the
patient.
patient.
Yeah. I just see there's something
There's
better.
something more for them. I mean, how many times I call you and say, "Why am I?" This was when I was working somewhere else, but why am I scaling on teeth that are mobile? Like, what's the point?
What's the point?
Or as a hygienist, why would I do a prophy on a mouth that's bleeding everywhere? What's the point? I mean, this isn't benefiting them. This isn't giving back to the office what it's giving out, if that makes sense.
Right.
But it's not going to benefit that person for me to just go in there, tell them about my dog, polish their teeth in a bloody mess, and send them on their way, because I didn't feel like going through the confrontation of telling them that they're actually not healthy, even though they've been seeing me for 3 years. I've been doing them a disservice of not actually giving them what they truly need or deserve to hear. And it's their choice if they want to stay or not.
Right. I mean, again, it goes back to how we started this. I mean, we Jordan and I took an hour last week and I was walking through with her the habits the steps to creating a good habit and building good habits. And it's incredible that the steps is what we walk a patient through. I mean, you create awareness. You kind of go, hey, you identify, hey, what do you want to do for yourself? Why are you here? What do you want to achieve? I mean, create awareness just for what it is they're looking for. And then you say, why do you want it? I mean, one of the first things I always say to the patient is why or what, why now? Why, right? So it's what and it's why. And that why has to be intrinsic. It cannot be an extrinsic motivation. It's got to be something that they feel on the inside, as we're going to teach in November about expression. It's got to be an emotional motivation inside. So they can't say, well, my husband finally gave me money, or I finally got an inheritance, or my kids are grown. No, no, no. That's not enough. So when your kids were grown, what did you do when you looked at yourself and you said, now I need to do my teeth? Your kids being grown has nothing to do with your teeth. So what is it that, and you would say, well, I was able to finally look at myself and I'm like, gosh, I look old. Okay, so now you want us to help you look young. You are not here because your kids are grown. That's a part of your step, but to create the habit to say yes, they need to say that it's for them. And if you don't get to that, don't go to the next step because you will not create for them to say yes. Create awareness intrinsically. The second one was the leverage. Like once you get there and they say that why, you got to actually hone in on it. Just like the whole religion thing and just like the broken teeth thing, all of that. It's like if you've got somebody that says, you know what, I got an incredibly strong faith. Incredible, but it's weird. Like I don't get excited to get up and like go to church anymore, whatever it is. So why is it maybe? And so then you discover, do I just need to find a different way to go? Do I go to the beach? Where do I feel that God inside of me? That's where the intrinsic motivation comes. That's where the habit would come. For example, Erica's eating. Okay.
No.
Erica says she feels really good when she does it. She just doesn't like the process to do it. So how does she create a habit? Well, what is the habit? You want to eat healthier, right?
Consistently.
Why?
Because I want to feel better.
Okay. So you and what do you feel like right now?
Slow, tired.
Slow, tired. And so when you eat better, you feel not tired and you feel fast,
Maybe a better
energized,
thing is energized,
okay,
and less pain.
Less pain, less inflammation, less. Okay. So now let's say when you like the next or the last time that you did feel good, right? Before you went and ate bad, what did you do for yourself? Did you reward yourself?
No.
Okay. What would be a good reward at that point? When you feel good because you planned and you ate well, how could you leverage that? For example, there's benefits of doing something and then there's a cost of not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you actually felt like that, what was the benefit?
When I felt good?
Yeah.
Not having as much pain.
Okay. And could you have done something that day that when you have pain you couldn't have done?
Yes.
Okay. What?
Like get up and leave the house.
Okay. So you get up and leave the house. And so if you didn't, you would have been in bed. Okay. So create for yourself and leverage that emotion. Say, I instead of saying I want to eat healthy, why can't you say, I just want to get out of bed? I don't want
to waste the whole day.
I don't want to waste a whole day. So leverage yourself now instead. So the habit really has to be to get out of bed. To me, you make the habit easy.
Oh gosh, yes.
So
when it's convenient,
when
I don't have other
easy,
things going on.
So your awareness of why and what you're doing is wrong. Just like the pizza.
Yeah.
You really just want it to be cheap and fast. And pizza's cheap and fast. So if you got yourself away from it, like even talking to Jordan's favorite thing to eat is pizza.
Yeah, so good.
Okay. But it makes her feel like shit.
It's same.
Okay. And so and again, she probably spends money on pizza. I can imagine she probably spends ridiculous money on pizza, unlike you.
I would get a $6
yeah.
frozen.
So for her, hers wouldn't be, it's not about the cheap and fast, but for you it is. So when you go back to the cost for you of not eating the pizza is to be laying in bed and wasting a day. And I mean, isn't that embarrassing?
Yes.
Okay. So it's
really
embarrassing to even say it.
It's the truth, but
so
it's, yeah.
Hold on to that.
Yeah.
Instead of just to eat healthy.
Because it's quick.
This is great. So, and then by the way, share with someone. When you
accountability.
Eat if I knew that you were in bed, I would come over there and fucking throw a pound of ice on your face.
By the time I'm in bed, it's too late. I mean, at that point,
you need to tell somebody.
Okay.
You need to share that with somebody and say, "Uh-oh,
I can't move today.
I can't move today because I ate a pizza last night. So the next time I eat a pizza, can I call you so that you say, don't you eat that? You're going to be in bed all day. And that's embarrassing. It's disgusting and embarrassing."
Well,
okay.
Come on.
It is.
I know. You don't have to make it worse.
Okay. I'm sorry to say. And then you take action.
Yes. Here's where I fizzle out. Action.
Ready? This is what we did last week. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. So you're becoming the person that is trying to do something over and over again in a different way.
Yes. 100%.
Okay. So you're start small. Just say to yourself, I want to do 1 week without being in bed. That will create the food. Instead of I'm going to eat healthy this week. That's hard for you.
Yeah, it is.
Just say, I do not want to wind up in bed. And when I do, I'm going to call Jenni. Do what it takes to not be in bed this week. Great. And then reward yourself. What's a good reward? Not food.
Going out to eat. No. Just going somewhere.
Okay.
Going somewhere and being able to
So make a plan
walk
for
on the
next Friday
beach
night or whatever to go somewhere. And if you wind
and
up in
feel
bed
good.
one day, you don't go. You cancel your plan. And if you go, then you get to go there and make it a place that you love or whatever. And again, the problem is people celebrate results, not action. So don't celebrate yourself by just saying, oh, I planned and I ate good food, because you really don't want to be in bed. It's not that you want to eat good food, because you may learn that some things that are not as healthy won't take you to bed. And that could be your reward too.
Yeah. That I'm excited about.
Take consistent action and have action, not activity. Back to our profession. Now Erica's going to hopefully not be in bed this week.
Yeah.
So what are you?
It's Friday, so far so good.
So far so good. So let's talk. We have a couple minutes left. And we kind of went all over the place today. We did. And I offended some religions and all that kind of stuff. But, that's normal.
So we hit all the points.
We get all the points today. But maybe what you could do for just fellow people in the field that want different, because, again, we're in a profession where we only get to do one thing.
That's so true. And that's what I think gets to me sometimes is, you go to school, you spend money, you get a degree. And now you're so narrow in what you can do with it. Some people I know went and got, I don't know, a business degree, and you can go, the world is open to you at that point. You can take that anywhere. And I think even now with how people are hiring, you could get any kind of degree and go into anything, but hygiene is hygiene. Sure, you could go into clinical, you could go into teaching, but it's still hygiene. So it's narrow. So point is, I thought about going back to school, because I thought that I have to get a different education to be able to do something differently, until I met Jenni Moseley.
Boom. Bussin'.
And realized that there's so many other things I can learn that can help while I'm in this profession, make it exciting, make it interesting, make it anything different than the same thing over and over and over.
Yeah, it's not saying that just like hygiene or hygienist, it's not it's an incredible thing that you're doing for people. Mm-hmm. You're helping people, you're caring for people, you're providing them a service. It's an incredible job to have. It's just for some of us, when we're in it, there's something in us that feels that we're not using parts of where we feel we could.
Yeah, like there's got to be something more.
And some of us have that. So this is only speaking to those that want that.
Yeah, and we've met a lot of people that
right.
are hygienists that way. I mean, there's a lot of them out there.
Yep.
So just so they know, there is more.
There is more. Yeah. I mean,
without going back to college.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, or it's the same, but maybe with a patient, instead of just caring for their teeth or their gums, could you help them create another habit in life of breathing better?
Yeah.
Of not snoring, of having better posture,
being able to eat.
There's just, that's all. Just take your scope and all we're saying is widen it for the patient. And that's it, really.
Yeah,
that alone. So, well, it's been great, Erika. I love the braid. We look forward to seeing you again soon and learning that you are not winding up in bed every day.
We will follow up.
We will follow up. Here's to flying, folks.